this is Russ. Yeah, I'm back in the car again. What time is it? 8:53 a.m. 23 degrees outside. Still sick. Yep. And still not wearing a coat. Yeah, I don't like wearing the coat while I'm in the car driving. So, I don't wear one. Unless it's like 13 degrees or something. Then I'll wear one. Anyway, I'm headed to Costco as I normally do on a Sunday morning. Hey, Russ, why aren't you in church? Yeah, I'm sick. Why are you going to Costco? I'm hungry. Well, there's a couple of reasons. I'll tell you a couple of reasons why. All right. No, I am still sick. I've been coughing. Not because of coughing. I've been coughing because of dry throat. Yeah. I've been popping Ricola cough drops just to keep my my whistle wet. But yeah, I'll dry, my throat will dry out and I'll start coughing from that. But it's not from because of the cold as like a sickness cough. It's just a dry throat cough. And in the middle of service, coughing like that would not be good. So I didn't go. Mrs. Wright went on her own. Yeah. So why am I headed off to Costco? Well, first off, I need gas. Secondly, they have a sale on pork butt, pork shoulder, boneless pork shoulder, $8 off. So I'm going there to see if there's any deals on that. Plus, I'm hungry. I need some stuff. I'm out of stuff. Well, that's one reason. Okay, here's the other reason, and the reason I'm going earlier than I normally would do. Costco opens up at 9 o'clock for executive members, which I am one of. I have FedEx coming in today. Yeah, I have a bike coming in today. They said the delivery time is 10 to 2 p.m. So they can show up early or they can hang around and wait till later. FedEx, I never can tell, but it is on the truck. So whenever the website says out for delivery, and it tells me the area it's coming from Wheeling, Illinois, which is their distribution point, I know it's going to show up because it's actually on the truck. Yeah. Here's the thing, there was a time when companies like this would not make deliveries on Sunday, but now they do. So I have to be home for that. So I figured if I go out early enough, do my stuff, get my food, check out the sales that I need to check out, and then get back before 10 o'clock, I'll be safe. Now, this is the problem with deliveries, and I've talked about deliveries in the past, okay? They give you a 4-hour window, and even though they give you a 4-hour window, sometimes they don't make it, all right? And sometimes they give you a 4-hour window, and they don't even show up until the next day. So that's the frustrating point I've always had with package deliveries, okay? Especially FedEx. And so, but the thing is, if you're not there, they're just going to drop and leave because this one doesn't have a signature required, which means I don't have to be there for them to drop the package off and just walk away from it. Well, that's the problem. Somebody else may pick it up and walk away with it. Yeah, you see a big bike box out there, you pretty much know what's in there. It's got a big name on there, right? So, and picture of a bike probably, more than likely. So yeah, I can't do that. And it's been like that before, where I was at church on Sunday, and the delivery made it there about a half hour before I got home. 20 minutes before I got home. I was rushing to try to get back, but it actually showed up, and it was just sitting there waiting for me, or for anybody else to take. Now, the whole thing with the signature requirements is this is a guarantee for the person who sends it that he knows that at least somebody signed for it. That means it got there. They got it, right? Or at least somebody got it. Somebody signed for it. But if they don't put a signature requirement, FedEx can always claim, hey, we dropped it off. If somebody stole it, that's not our problem, right? But it costs money to do signature required. And so some of the companies don't make you do a signature required. And the problem is that signature required means you have to be home, or somebody's got to be home to sign for it. And typically they want an adult signature at that point. And with FedEx, as we know from past things, they want to see an ID and they want to scan your ID. Well, I don't let them scan it. They hate me for that. I make them write it down. They just want to check your date of birth. I says, then why do you need to scan it? He says, because it's faster. I go, I'm not giving it to you. Because I don't know what they're scanning. I mean, when they scan the back of your driver's license, I don't know what they're taking on that data. Oh, they don't look at it. Oh, yeah, right. How do I know? So you don't have to have them scan it. If they argue it, they will write it down. In fact, on their scanning device, there's an area for them to put down that you refuse to let them scan it, and then they have to manually type in your date of birth and for you to sign for it that way. Okay. So just know in advance, if you ever order a bike or anything like that and they want to scan your ID, you do not have to give it to them as far as having them scan it. You have to give it to them or they're not going to give you your product, but they have to manually put it in then. Yeah. It takes a little extra longer time. That's why they don't like it. But hey, that's their problem, not mine. They instituted that policy. I didn't institute the policy, all right? And in their website, it does say that you don't have to have them scan it. They will manually do it. So they know. They just don't like it, but they know. So that's coming in, so I have to be back. So that's why I'm going there early today. So anyways, Mrs. Wright says, well, if you're good enough to go to Costco, you're good enough to go to the church. I go, yeah, true, technically, but I got to be quiet in church. During the sermon, I can't be coughing during that time. At Costco, if I cough a little bit, it's not going to bother that many people, unless they're next to you. So, but like I said, I don't know. It's not from cold coughing. It's from dry throat coughing. Have you ever had that, like a little tickly throat? That's what happens. And it always happens at the worst time. You ever hear the guy that's, they go to a piano recital or something like that, and there's a guy coughing during the quietness of the piano recital? Come on. I'm not going to be that guy at church, okay? So that's why I'm not there today. But am I getting a little bit better? I don't know. It seems about the same. Seems about the same. Well, maybe a little bit better, because I did have a little bit of the body aches going on. I don't seem to have that as much now. So, but I'm still coughing from the dry throat. Yeah. Where do you buy the Ricola, Russ? Guess where? Costco. Yeah, you get a whole bunch in one shot. I don't buy the onesie, twosie bags. It's the big bags. 2 bags in a deal. Big box. Yeah, I go through that stuff a lot. Sometimes I just pop it in there. Even at church, I'll pop it in there before I play keyboards or guitar or something while I'm up on stage. Because, I don't want the dry throat and have to start coughing while you're performing. That's not that good. So I've been known to pop a cough drop on. Yeah, it's sugar-free too, okay? So there you go. That doesn't mean calorie-free. It just means sugar-free. So, all right, I'm here at Costco gas. Got to get my gas, and then I'm going to get my pizza, and then check out the other things. I got to get a chicken and all that stuff too. I just got out of Costco. I purchased sparkling water, according to this, $11.99 for 35 cans. It's sitting in the back seat there. Then I bought Swift brand pork shoulder. Others call it pork butt. What was this thing? This is 13.82 pounds. That's $2.29 a pound. Okay. Total price $31.65. However, there's a promo till the end of today, $8 off. So here's how I do it. Let me move this out of here. I think it's heavy. Here's what I do. I look for the lowest weight pork shoulder I can get. These are boneless, okay? So it's all pork shoulder, no bone. If it's $8 off, if you can get the lowest price one, that $8 stretches further, right? If you go buy it a pound. So I got the smallest one I could find, okay? So what's that come out to? So $31.65, it was $8 off. So what does that come out to be here? Let's do some calculating. 31, was it? $31.65 minus $8. So it's $23.65. Divide that by how many pounds was this thing? Hold on. Okay, 1382. Okay, 1382 in weight, pounds that is. That makes it $1.71 per pound. That's a pretty good deal. Now you might say, well, you can get that cheaper. Yeah, you might be able to, but this is boneless for that price. Usually when you get some of the other ones, it's got the big heavy bone in there too. So this is boneless at $1.71 a pound. You can't beat it. So what am I going to do with all that pork shoulder, pork butt? I think this time I might smoke some of it. Yeah, you might know I have several smokers. 3 of them actually. 3 of them plus a regular, Weber kettle and a Weber gas grill as well. Yeah, I got 5 things out in the backyard. I changed this. So I think I might smoke it because I haven't smoked anything in a while. So I think maybe I'll do that this time. I won't do it today. Oops. Let me let these guys get through here first. We got the guy doing the carts. He was coming out at the same time I was coming out. And another car behind me moving around. All right, I think they're gone. So let's go ahead and make our move. Yeah, I won't do it today, but I will do it sometime this week maybe. Now, people have asked me before, doesn't it matter that it's so cold out? No, it makes no difference. It makes no difference. What matters is if it's windy. If it's windy, it makes a difference. Why is that? Well, if the wind blows through the holes that are opening for the air vents, that makes a difference. All right? So you got to block the wind, really. You're not blocking the cold. You're blocking the blowing of the wind, air intake. So what I do is I take the smokers and I will wrap a welder's blanket around it, which is more fireproof, of course. I wrap that around the smoker, but enough so that the air vents get air coming in, but no wind blowing through it. Does that make sense? And then it's perfectly fine. I've smoked things before this way, and it's perfectly fine. So, yeah. Yeah, I ran into Tom. Yeah, Costco Tom. Costco Tom actually works for Costco. He works in the gas station area. I didn't see him at the gas station. I saw him inside the warehouse. He was doing a little bit of shopping. And then Costco Tom and Mrs. Tom were heading out the door, and they waved goodbye. So, yeah, I haven't talked to Tom in a while. I haven't seen him that often lately, and we've been just crossing paths in the last couple times. I haven't talked deeply with him. Anyway, so that's my Costco run for the day. Let me get a drink of this. I mentioned in my other video, I'm still trying to get over the cold. And so I've been drying out. My voice is actually kind of messed up. I don't know if you can tell. Yeah, I can tell. And the dryness of the throat gets me coughing. So it's not the sickness cough, it's the dry throat cough. Yeah. So that's still happening. What else is going on? I'm racing back. In the last video I mentioned that I have a bike coming in, and I'm racing back to get back there before the potential time of when FedEx might deliver. But we kind of know that chances are they won't deliver at that time. Although twice during all these deliveries I've had over the years, they did deliver on time. They give you a 4-hour time window, but twice it happened. So you want to get back. Most often you're not doing anything. Now, today is Super Bowl Sunday. Am I going to be watching? On and off. I'm not a real big sports fan. So I'll tune in, and of course more often than not, if I tune in, it's usually during halftime. Want to hear what the musical event is Who's going to be in there? It's going to be some kind of bunny. What's his name? I don't even know who these people are. Yeah, Bad Bunny. Bad Bunny? Yeah, apparently there's some big political issues surrounding statements he made about ICE and all that stuff. So let's not get political here. Okay, I don't allow the political talk on the channel, as you know, and if you do, I'll either delete the comment or I might even ban you. Yeah, so none of the political stuff. But anyway, Bad Bunny is going to be the musical guy. So I got to check it out. You know, usually, if I miss it, I might watch it on YouTube. Let me do this. Too much sun. I might watch it on YouTube later just to see how it was. Now, I will say, some of the performances in the past, not the greatest. I mean, I'm thinking of good performances, like when Prince was on. Prince was a good performance. Yeah, that was good. Michael Jackson was interesting too. He just kind of stood there for a long time. Remember that one? Stood there, didn't even move. What a performance. Then he kicked in. No, it's things like that is what I want to see. And I never even heard of this guy. Tell me if you've ever heard of this guy, Bad Bunny. Who else was on before? J-Lo was on. Who else has been on there? Pink? Has she been on there? I'm not sure. Lady Gaga was on there before. There's a lot of people who've been on there, but I've never heard of this guy. I guess I just don't pay attention enough to pop music lately. So, all right. Anyways, let me know if you're watching the show, watching the Super Bowl, or had watched. By the time you see this video, it would have been after the Super Bowl has happened, and whether you predicted the winner before the game started. Okay, now that's a big thing. If you're predicting the winner like 2 minutes before the game is over, that's another story, right? No, did you predict the winner before the game started, and did they win? Whoever you were rooting for, did they win? Here's how bad it is. I don't even know who's playing. If you're not a major football fan or whatever, you don't pay much attention. I don't even know who's playing. Then you got the Olympics going on too. Am I watching Olympics? Every now and then, I'll kick in and take a look, but I don't sit there and watch for a long period of time. I just say, what's going on? Who's playing? Who's doing what? They got ice skating. What do they got? They got skiing. What's happening? So I'm looking to see what's going on, and sometimes I watch some of the highlight reels. I watch those things on YouTube most often. I do have Peacock this time. Part of my Xfinity plan includes the Peacock network, which is essentially NBC, who is broadcasting it anyway. So I may watch some of it on Peacock. I don't watch Peacock much, but I have it. It's free, included with my internet plan. I don't have cable television with them. I only have high-speed internet, and the only reason I use it is because it's the fastest service I have in my area at this point, and I need the high speed for my YouTube uploads for my videos. That's the only reason I have it. One last thing, and then I'm gonna let you guys go for today. It had snowed last night, and not much, but maybe, I don't know what it is, 1/4 inch to 1/2 inch, something like that. And so it's kind of messy. It's making my car all dirty again after getting it washed. I knew it. But I am able to drive in the snow with the new tires, and I can tell you it does make a difference. Yeah, it seems to grip a lot better. Right now, everything's pretty much melted off now as I'm driving back. It's just splattering, and I'm being splattered by the truck that's in front of me, which I kind of hate, but I need to be in this lane, so I have no option but to be behind them. Usually when that happens, I'll back off a little bit, let that truck get out of the way, let them move on. But still, I'm being splashed so much, I'm hitting the windshield wiper with the windshield wash solution. I'm gonna have to fill that back up after all this. Anyway, let me know what you thought of the Super Bowl, and if you thought his performance was good or not, and then let me know if you predicted who the winner would be before the game even started. And is that the team that you were rooting for, and why? Yeah. Anyway, that's all I got for you guys for today. It's a quick and easy one. Hey, if you liked the video, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button if you haven't already done so. I'll talk to you guys next time.